What happened, Takumi?
Ah.
Hold on a minute. I pulled my hand away from the keypad. What is it? You can't just tell us to hold on with no further explanation. I just have a bad feeling about this. Okay. Okay. Me too. A bad feeling? Oh, I get it. You lost your nerve, didn't you? I thought you were better than that, man. Here, tell me the number. I'll smash it in myself. I hadn't said the final number out loud yet. No one other than me and Hideko knew it was 4. Spit it out! I told you to tell me. Hideko, you know the number too, right? You can tell us. Hideko held her tongue. Maybe she knew what I was feeling. I'll just put in any random number. You cannot do that, Mr. Yakushiji. The toxic gas will be released if we put in the wrong one. Why are you guys all chickening out? We can finally call for rescue. What the hell are you hesitating for? Takemaru stomped his foot angrily on the ground. Takumi, can you at least tell us why you're hesitating? A groan crawled out of the depths of my throat. I tried to swallow it back before answering. I'm sorry, I can't explain it very well. But we can't activate this transmitter. I don't know why. I can just feel it. What? Seriously?
Huh?
Unbelievable. Not to me. I know what it's like to have visions. Visions? That's right. Tako's words gave me an idea. The next day, the blood space wave surge would be tomorrow, day 86, between 8 and 11 a.m. in the morning. If we parallel leapt then, we'd be able to know an unknowable branch of history. Not exactly a vision, but enough to prove my point. It was worth a try anyway. I might be able to prove it. You're gonna watch your other self explode themselves? Prove it? Prove what? Prove that I just made the right decision. Takumi, are you out of your...
Hey!
Enough, Hideko. I know what I'm doing. Anyway, guys, I just need you to wait until tomorrow morning, please. For me? I lowered my head as I pleaded with them. Everyone looked at each other with troubled faces. All right, if that's what you think is best, Captain. Tomorrow morning. You better have your proof ready by then. Are all of you okay with that? The others reluctantly nodded, in spite of how unwilling they looked. How are you going to explain this proof? Sorry, I saw my other self blow themselves up. Shortly after the nighttime announcement, Hideko came to my room. I don't have to ask to know what you're planning to do tomorrow. Are you really going to bring everyone with you?
Huh?
Oh, you're going to bring everybody. Fun. I am. If they learn about parallel leaping, then I know we'll have to explain everything we've been through in the other timelines. I feel that like that's supposed to be Takumi's time thought bubble there. But I'll figure something out. As long as I don't mention the loop, it should be fine, right?
Oh.
Do you think you can handle that? I have no idea. I need you to be sure. I've told you 100 times, if you tell them the truth, we're guaranteed to have the worst possible outcome. So what do you want me to do?
Hey!
I have no other choice if I want to convince them that machine is dangerous. How do you know it's dangerous anyway? You never even pressed that final 4. Well, fine. Just remember, keep the loop a secret. Stick to that if nothing else. It'll be fine, trust me. All right, it's all in your hands now. Hideko gave me a sharp glare before quietly exiting my room. Day 86. It was 7:55 a.m. Hideko and I had brought everyone to the lab. Hey, are you sure about this, dude? The school's unprotected right now. The next enemy attack isn't until tomorrow, day 87. We don't need to worry.
Huh.
Do C-Ray and Nigo know about this? The two of them are still deep in the prime factorization trenches. They're all allocating every last bit of their processing power into it, so I doubt they've even noticed we're gone. But it's only a matter of time until they do. Then let's hurry. Not that I know what we are about to do. Yeah, but could all of you wait here for just a sec? We have to get things ready. Hideko and I went ahead into the lab. What are you guys doing here? What about the rescue craft? Didn't you call it yet? It's complicated. We decided not to use the distress signal transmitter. Why not? I can't really explain. I just had this weird feeling. It was like something horrible was going to happen, so I stopped entering the code. I don't understand. Neither do I. Anyway, talk to me. Hideko, listen closely. You shouldn't use the transmitter when you get back. Consider that my advice, or maybe a warning. 8 a.m. came around as we were talking. I'm not sure I follow, but I'll keep your warning in mind. At any rate, we need to get going. Yeah, we'll be wishing you good luck out here. You guys be careful too. We'll be praying that all of you over there will make it safely to day 100. Yeah, for sure. Wait, we had this exact conversation yesterday. Hideko 5 made her way to the platform. Takumi 5 hit the button and followed right after. Be seeing you. Hideko, that is such a confusing phrase. Hideko 1 and I nodded, giving them a thumbs up as they left. Whoa, deja vu. Sorry for the wait. We're ready. Come in. We'll show you around. Yo, what's all this dork-ass researchy looking shit? It's not researchy looking, as you put it. It's an actual research facility. Takumi and Hideko call it the lab. How come you know that? A little birdie told me. Ugh. The lab, huh? Sounds futuristic. Euphemistic. I knew Hideko and Takumi were up to no good here. I said futuristic. If you'll allow a sniveling, stinking slime bucket to ask a question, what kind of research is in this lab? What kind of research is this lab for? We'll explain later. For now, save your questions and come with us. That's a pretty big ask. Where are we going? There's only one door in here, and it's the only one we came in through. Like I said, save your questions. It'll all make sense soon. Everyone looked at each other in silence. Brushing off their confusion, Hideko and I headed to the lockers. We opened them up and counted the leap suits lined up inside. 1, 2, 3. We have 17 suits in total. Convenient. There's 16 of us, so we'll have plenty. Can you guys come over here a sec? These are so-called leap suits. We need to put them on. Okay, everyone's ready. We finished preparing the machine while everyone else was putting on their suits. This is so weird. I motioned everyone to get into position. 15 people stood crowded together on the cramped circular platform. I pressed the red button on the console and leapt into the crowd. All right, let's go. Field trip. Seatbelts, everyone. We successfully made the leap. We took off our leap suits and stepped outside. Takumi, are you messing with us, bro? The lab looks exactly the same. So does everything else. All we did was enter and leave a shady laboratory. What purpose did this serve? Just be patient and come with me. We're going back to the school. The school? You want us to go back now? I didn't answer, I just started walking. Soon after, I heard the footsteps of the others following. We kept walking for some time. And finally, in the distance, there was no sign of the school because... Oh! He went to the timeline where he pressed the button! You know, this would have been a good opportunity for Kakoji to get exploded, but on the flip side, I don't know where she is.
Oh.
Yo. What the hell?
What's going on?
The Academy. It's not just the Academy.
The entire area. It's all been blown to pieces.
But why? How? Isn't it obvious? Enemies must have attacked.
No, that's not it.
It's not?
I'm not sure how to explain it. First of all, we're not looking at the ruins of our school here. Our school is still fine. Don't worry about that.
Well, then where are we?
Remember how I didn't enter the last digit in the distress signal transmitter yesterday? Well, there's an alternate timeline where I did punch it in. That's where we are now. A parallel world where I entered the code.
Everybody was completely taken aback. I could practically see question marks floating above their heads. Excluding Eito and Hideko, of course, who were already familiar with the whole idea.
So if you'd entered that last digit yesterday, this is how things would have ended up.
The very idea that we could request rescue was a lie from the start.
That's cruel.
I don't know the reason why. But one thing's certain. Even if all of the numbers were correct, the system was designed to set off a massive explosion.
Wait, can you explain this timeline stuff a little more?
What does it have to do with the device in the lab?
All kinds of questions started rolling in. I cut them off.
I'll explain when we get back. We have a limited amount of time to return to our timeline. Now come on, let's get going.
Back at the lab, we put our leap suits back on. There were still 17 there, just like we'd left them. Hideko put on one of the last 2 suits, and then everybody was dressed. Okay, that's everyone. Then, just like before, I guided everyone onto the platform. And then, let's head back. The leap was complete. We took off our leap suits and stepped outside of the lab. It was only then that I noticed something wasn't right. Oh no!
Hideko? What's wrong?
Did you put one with a hole in it? Hideko had her hand against the wall. Even with that, it seemed like she couldn't support herself. Her legs seemed unsteady.
Are you not feeling well?
No, I'm fine. Just a little tired, I guess.
Hey! Takumi? Hideko? Knock that off.
Don't tell me you're trying to make out at a time like this! I knew you were using this place as your little love shack! Get out of there right now!
Ugh, this is so draining.
Man, turn around. I need to see your face.
Takumi, you go on ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Are you really okay?
How many times do I have to tell you? A servant's not supposed to act like he knows what's good for his master.
Isn't that exactly what they're supposed to do?
Shut up. Just go already.
I did as I was told and joined everyone else, glancing back a couple of times before finally leaving. I worry that she might have leap damage. It took a while for Hideko to show up.
Huh.
Pardon the wait. Well then, let's get going. Back to the school. Back to where we belong. It's there. The school's still standing. Everything's just like we left it. What did I tell you? Well, you still haven't explained anything. That's right. You need to explain it slowly and clearly so that even a brain-dead moron like me can follow. Isn't it time you told us what's going on, Takumi? It's just Hideko. Tell us. Okay.
Oh.
It's going to be a long story, so bear with us. Hideko and I told everyone about the timelines and parallel leaping. We told them everything, including why we'd kept it all a secret. Of course, the one thing we kept back was the matter of the time loop. We glossed over that and selectively revealed only what we were able to. It took a long time for the others to accept what we were saying. By the time they were finally out of questions, the sun had already set. Oh, my head hurts after all that information, but it's fine. It all makes sense now. We basically went to another timeline where we entered the last number into the transmitter. If we'd actually done that yesterday, we wouldn't be alive right now. Thank goodness we didn't enter the code. Takumi, you made the right choice. You were trying to force him to do it. So were you, Lady Kurata. But why did it explode? Did that timeline's Takumi get the number wrong? Impossible. I'm certain all our codes were correct.
Huh?
Even if he got them wrong, I can't imagine it would cause an explosion on that scale. All the manual mentioned was toxic gas. Well, then why?
Huh?
Why did it explode?
Ah.
I don't know. If I can say anything for sure, it's that there wasn't poison gas in that tank in the basement. Those tanks were more than likely filled with some kind of liquid explosive. As for what set it off, Hideko shook her head listlessly. At least now we all know about the timelines and parallel leaping. Hideko, Takumi, you leapt timelines multiple times, right? I'm so jelly. Yeah, I want to visit other timelines too. Sorry, but no.
Oh.
I think we'd best avoid that. Huh? Why? There's no happier timeline than this one. Here and now, all 16 of us are still alive. The same can't be said for the other timelines. Someone is always dead. Either casualties in defensive battles or killed by one of us. No way. You're kidding. So please, don't even think about sneaking off to other timelines. We need to stay in this one and keep everyone alive. That's what will lead us to the best possible outcome. After hearing our earnest protests, everybody firmly nodded in agreement. After our adventure, we all grabbed a late dinner in the cafeteria. Sirei and Nigo showed up shortly afterwards. Uh-oh. Shizuhara, just what are you trying to pull? That massive figure is impossible for us to prime factorize. Yes, it seems that was a red herring. There's no need to solve it, so you may as well forget about it now. Say what? I felt so hard I gave myself a fever. Our two commanding officers waved their arms around and pouted. Everyone desperately held back laughter, watching them out of the corner of their eyes. Day 87. Early in the morning, Hideko asked me to meet with her in the classroom on the first floor.
Huh?
What did you want to talk about? The enemy will attack today. I have two things I want to tell you before we fight them. What are they? First, the commander coming today will be Dal Shah. As I'm sure you know, Dal Shah is a powerful foe, so much so that we have no chance of winning in a fair fight. But there is a way to weaken his power. Do you remember Zanshin, the commander with the power to absorb living organisms? You said that the first time you beat her, you used a poison gas created by Yugamu. It was a kind of bioweapon created by analyzing enemy DNA, yes? It'll work on Dalsha as well. However, I haven't given Sirei and Inigo that piece of information yet. Why? I didn't think I needed to. We were supposed to have left for the satellite on day 85, remember? We were going to activate the transmitter and call for rescue. In the end, that rescue plan was a complete fabrication, so thankfully you didn't enter that final 4. At any rate, I didn't imagine that we'd still be around to have to fight Dalsha today.
Huh?
You could have said something yesterday. We didn't have time, and also... Hideko stopped herself, putting her hand against her forehead. She didn't look well. Could it be... Are you still feeling sick after yesterday? Is that why you didn't have time to tell me? No. Oh, come on. That's obviously it. You should go back to your room and rest. You won't be able to fight if you... Shut up, I'm fine. Anyway, that was the first thing I had to tell you.
Huh?
What's the second thing? It's about you. Don't let your guard down in the battle today. Even if Dalsha de-transforms, he'll seize on that opening and kill you. Kill me? Strictly speaking, he'll just behead you. Oh, well, in that case, I have nothing to worry about. Are you kidding me? This is a serious matter. In the timeline I know of, you get revived immediately after. But that doesn't mean the same thing will happen in this one, so be careful. Keep your guard up, even if it seems like he's relaxed, understand? Yes, ma'am. I wrapped up my conversation with Hideko and we headed for the schoolyard. Everybody else was already there. Tomino, Shizuhara, you're tardy. Are you making babies again? Oh, for the love of murder.
How many babies is this now?
You guys after 6 tuplets? I wasn't even in the mood to retort, so I just ignored them. We've already finished our briefing. Not that we had much to talk about. We hardly had any information this time.
Oh, we heard that Dalsha would be coming alone.
And that he's a very powerful foe, and that was about it. Don't forget that the defense system doesn't recognize him, so the alarm won't go off.
Aha!
That's why we had you all come out here to the schoolyard to do a visual check for enemies. I looked at Hideko. She nodded in silence. She'd probably given all that information to Sirei and Nigo in advance. Speak of the devil, look who just showed up. Everyone looked into the distance where an imposing figure was standing.
God of the planet, hear my plea and lend me thy strength. Blood of my bond release! I'm an old-fashioned man. I need to fight someone to understand what they're about. Come, take up your arms. Show me just who you really are.
Hideko suddenly lurched forward. She looked awfully pale. Even her eyes looked hollow, like she might collapse any second. Are you okay? This is why I told you to rest up. Insolent servant. Worry about yourself. Hideko. Okay, everyone, here we go. Let's get give our guest a warm welcome. At Hideko's signal, everyone pulled out their infusers.
I have less memory than a floppy disk, so maybe I'm mistaken, but doesn't this Dalsha look like the very first commander we fought?
He's practically the spitting image.
I have questions as to why Shoma knows what a floppy disk is.
The the two of them could do a mirror spot. Darumi, you know about mirror spots?
Stop your idle chatter and fight me. I have something important to do today. I don't have time to waste talking to you.
Then why'd you even come here?
I'm not here because I want to be. Enough. Let us begin. First, I want you to show me your strength. That's all. What a disappointment. I expected more.
What's with this geriatric monster? I heard he was tough, but this is ridiculous.
He's tougher than a stretchy udon noodle. No, tougher than raw spaghetti.
Damn it! What do we do?
It's all right. Leave it to me. Shion! I'll do something about him with my ability.
No, Shion! I forbid you from doing this!
Your prime directive is to build up energy for the final attack. You can't waste it.
Waste it? How can you call protecting my friends a waste? I'm going to fight, no matter what anyone says. Remember what Takumi said about me?
Shion is as much a part of the Special Defense Unit as any of us. He's our 17th member. If he dies, we all die. If we die, he dies. Our destinies are intertwined. He's one of us, an important comrade.
The same goes for everyone else. Because they accepted me as one of them. It makes me so happy. Happy enough to cry. I want to return that sentiment. I want to fight. For all of them!
Shion.
Shion.
Aw. One after the other, everyone called out his name with tear-choked voices.
Fine! If you feel that strongly.
Mr. Shion, don't overdo it, okay?
Are you quite done yet?
I appreciate you giving us this opportunity to have a conversation.
All right, Shion. Take it away. Yeah. Got it.
We skipped the battle.
Huh?
Why did he de-transform?
I told you, I have something to do.
What could possibly be that important?
Do you wish to know?
Yes.
Be careful, Takumi.
Dalsha disappeared from view. He was coming right at me, almost too fast to see. But I'd already started to move. I kicked off the ground and leapt to the side. I was a hair's breadth away from losing my head. I wouldn't have made it if it hadn't been for Hideko's warning this morning. Dalsha's blade grazed my neck and swung behind me.
A respectable dodge. It's almost like you knew what I was going to do.
Oh no.
But you won't be so lucky next time. I've seen all you have to offer. The same goes for your allies. The next time I come, I'll snuff out your lives with all the strength I have. Farewell.
With that disquieting speech, Dalsha vanished. For real this time.
What was that all about?
It was as if he came just to toy with us.
And he said he'd go even harder next time.
He wasn't even fighting at full power just now?
We're freaking screwed! Not even Shion could do anything to him.
I'm sorry, I couldn't be of any use.
Don't apologize. You were very helpful.
And you tried to save us. That's all that matters to me.
You can't be saying shit like that during a fight. I couldn't see straight. It was messing me up.
Because you were tearing up?
I just had something in my eye.
You guys, thank you so much.
I love Takemaru so much.
That old geezer peaced out, so we can celebrate for now, right? Time for the usual
I think so.
Shion, you should join us this time.
Are you sure?
Of course!
Okay then, everybody. Ready? Go!
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit, fight on!
Everyone's voices resonated the same as always. Well, not quite everyone's. Uh-oh. One voice was missing. Oh no! How is she?
Hiruko, are you okay?
I'm fine. Oh, on second thought. Sorry, I guess I am a little tired. I'm going to go ahead and rest a while. See you.
Hideko stumbled away. I watched her walk further and further away, as unsteady on her legs as a newborn deer. Please make sure she gets to her room safely. Day 88.
Come on, Takumi! Get up!
I woke up to the sensation of someone shaking me, only to find I wasn't in my own room. Where the heck am I?
Huh?
I'm in your room? Oh, right. I must have been taking care of you last night. It looks like you passed out on the floor. Is your back okay? Forget about me. How are you feeling now? See for yourself. Do I look sick to you? She didn't. She had plenty of life in her face and a twinkle in her eyes. More importantly, did you just say you were taking care of me? I didn't do anything, really. I was just making sure you didn't get any worse. You don't have to thank me. Just consider this me paying you back for all the trouble I've put you through. Pervert. Huh? How could you sneak into a woman's room and spend the night with her without consent? You didn't do anything weird to me, did you? I'd never! Despite my aggravation, I felt relief deep down inside. Hideko was back to her usual self, and I was happier for it. Well, fine. I'm feeling better now, so we need to get started on some tasks. Tasks?
Oh.
Dalshaw is coming again on day 93. We have to come up with a plan before then. Oh, I got that covered. I've already asked Yugamu, Ava, and Kirata to handle it. What? I talked to them after the battle yesterday. I see. So this information you got from another timeline. Is it reliable? More than that. It's guaranteed. We have to do something that much is clear. I just need to analyze Ava's DNA and formulate a poison that works on Dalshaw, right? The biggest hurdle will be trying to toss it into his mouth. That's where I come in. I need to turn the poison into a gas and create a trap to release it. Will you do it? Of course. Why wouldn't we? I'll show you the greatest trap ever created. I'm happy to contribute too. I shall offer every bodily fluid I have for the cause. Don't say it like that. Did you tell the others too? Yeah, C-Ray and Nigo included. Not bad, servant. Just doing my best. I felt slightly proud of myself after being praised by Hideko. Somewhere along the way, I'd even gotten used to her calling me her servant. Well, I'm gonna hop in the shower, so can you leave? Are you really okay now? What are you gonna do if I say no? Stay here and watch me shower? I shook my head and sighed. Okay, I'm going. After that, I ate breakfast and went back to my room. I stretched and unwound my stiff body, then went off on my usual rounds. At night, I headed to the usual secluded spot to talk to Hideko. Why did the distress signal transmitter cause that explosion? I can't make sense of why it would explode even with the right codes. Shion said he found out about the transmitter because he overheard C-Ray and Nigo talking about it, right?
Oh.
They must know more about it. Why don't we ask them? All right, let's try that. I'm sure they'll react very well to that line of questioning. Distress signal transmitter? Don't play dumb. We know you know about it. Sir, I think they might mean the device intended for the stand together, fall together plan. Oh, that! The thing that top brass were telling us about before our mission started here. What is this stand together, fall together plan? Exactly what it sounds like. There were originally 10 Special Defense Unit members stationed at Last Defense Academy. If 9 of them ended up in total death, our chances of winning the war would be practically zero. In other words, we'd be in a lose-lose situation. There'd be nothing we could do, so... the remaining member would activate a self-destruct device and blow everything for miles around sky damn high. It was the big bosses who came up with this rather tragic plan. The idea was to wipe out any invaders inside the school and the surrounding area in one fell swoop. It wouldn't kill them all like the final attack, but we'd all at least be able to retaliate a little. Like the name says, stand together, fall together. But we couldn't just come out and say it was a last resort self-destruct device.
No.
You gotta imagine that the last survivor wouldn't jump at the chance to use something like that. So the human authorities in charge made up a lie and claimed it was a distress signal transmitter instead. That's so evil! In short, they wanted to use the final survivor's life as a pawn, even knowing they'd still lose the war. Utterly despicable. I couldn't agree more. I was totally against it. The Honorable Sire and I both protested, so in the end, the plan was scrapped. Huh? But then how?
Hey.
What do you mean, how? The stand together, fall together was scrapped before the mission was even started. But... don't tell me you don't know about the machine in the basement. The basement? But Miss Shizu, how did the school doesn't have a basement, does it? Sire, Nigo, one last question. Do you remember talking about this plan before? It was so long ago that I can barely remember, but maybe around day 20? I do remember talking to the Honorable Sire about how relieved we were that the plan was off. Oh, I see. Thank you. You've been very helpful. Huh? The top brass didn't tell Sire and Nigo about the self-destruct device. Oh. Maybe they set it up in secret because they knew those two were opposed to it. Either way, Shion only heard part of their discussion out of context. He must have assumed there was a real distress signal transmitter somewhere in the school. I guess he just missed the part about it making the school explode. I think it's safe to say we can forget all about that device now. Yes, no rescue craft is ever going to come for us, so it would only be a waste of energy. We still have 12 days until day 100. What do we do now? There's nothing to do. Our goal remains the same. Ensure we all survive until day 100 and build a happy future together. Then we'll be able to break free from the time loop. You'll get no argument from me. In other words, there's only one thing to do. Fight, survive, and win the war. The escape pod will be deployed on day 100, and we can all get on board and head to the artificial satellite. We'll be out of here before the final attack is launched, right? Of course. There's just one problem. What problem? Shion. I gasped. How could I have failed to realize something so important? Right, Shion. What'll happen to him once the final attack starts? Hideko was silent. She bit down on her lip and averted her eyes. Do you know? Hideko nodded with a sense of dull resignation. I do. Then tell me, what happens to Shion? Can't you figure it out? The flames from the final attack will raise all life on the surface of the planet. There's nowhere to hide, not underground, not even behind the thickest walls. The flames will consume everything, the defense room included. So when the missiles are fired, that means... we can't save the baby inside the defense room. He'll be burnt up by his own flames. As you already know, that baby is Shion's real body, so Shion will be... No. We can save him. Day 89. I sat in my room without going to breakfast. How could we save Shion? I couldn't think about anything else. Hideko didn't seem to have any ingenious plans this time. I could tell from her face last night that she was desperately trying to come up with something. And as I pondered the matter in silence, the sun started to set. Day turned to night. I wasn't going to come up with anything on my own. I decided to ask the others for help. Not wanting C-Ray or Nico to find out, I invited them all to the secret meeting spot. If Hideko knows about the coming of age timeline, shouldn't she know about the baby jar? I see. On day 100, an escape pod will deploy and we'll be able to escape, but... The baby, Shion, will be killed by the final attack launched right after we leave. Shion... That's screwed up. Totally messed. Shion's our friend. That's right, we have to save him. But how? Isn't it obvious? We need to get him out of that machine in the defense room. It looked like everyone had seen the baby for themselves. Shion must have shown them while Hideko and I were away. But if we do that, his energy wouldn't get channeled into the missiles anymore. Which would mean the final attack on D100 would never be launched. That's right. Those missiles won't fire unless they're fully charged. C-Ray said as much before. So then humanity would lose the war. Who cares? What does it matter if we lose the war? Is everyone on the artificial satellite just gonna die instantly? No. All it means is that our 100-day mission here would end in failure. That's all. We can't sacrifice a baby just to stop that from happening. Save ourselves, destroy all life on this planet, and let our friend Shion die? How could we possibly do that? There was silence for a while before Takemaru finally spoke up. Dude said he wanted to talk to us, but seems like he's already got his answer. The problem is what's gonna happen after that. If we take him out of the machine, he'll be consumed by his own flames and die. Say what? Huh? No. Everyone's eyes had gone wide, the shock evident on their faces. That's why I wanted to talk. I was hoping someone might have an idea of what to do. That's quite the complex problem. I'm good with logic and deduction, but this is something else. Can't we use something to house the baby once we take him out? I remember seeing some kind of bottle or jar made of tempered glass in the metal shop. We could use that. The undying flames only burn living creatures, so a glass jar wouldn't melt. But if we just put him in a jar, his flames will still consume him. What do we do? My whole riddled sponge of a brain is useless. Sponge? A sponge! Forsooth, that's it! We just need some kind of material that can absorb the undying flames like a sponge. What the hell are you talking about? Wait, she might be onto something. If we had something like that, I could make a life support system for him. For real? Say, Ava, you've been quiet this whole time. Do you have any ideas? Me? You used to be the enemy on the enemy side, so you must know something about the flames or the baby, right? Right? But my brain got all scrambled from my dolmen thingy. Wait, hold on. I think I remember something. Material Omega? Hideko jumped at Ava's words. That's it! Material Omega is a substance that absorbs undying flames. How do you know that? I just remembered it from the coming of age timeline. Coming of age? Timeline? That's just what I've been calling it. Anyway, I saw Material Omega when I was there. Hideko probably meant she had memories of it from a previous loop, but everyone else thought she meant she'd seen what she'd seen during a parallel leap. Well, they didn't know I wouldn't hurt them. Ugh. But everyone else thought she meant she'd seen during a parallel leap. Well, What they didn't know wouldn't hurt them. So if we use Material Omega, we can create a life support system for Shion? I think it'll work. I'm already making a schematic in my head. If we can mount it to the jar Kudata suggested, we should be able to keep him alive. Everyone's faces lit up. I couldn't hide my delight either. But where do we find this Material Omega stuff? The mountains in the northeast, but I'm not sure if it's present in this timeline. Our best bet would be to jump to the coming of age timeline tomorrow and head to the mountains there. Tomorrow? Our next sleep window is tomorrow from 2 to 8 p.m. All right, Hideko and I will go to the coming of age timeline and get what we need. What about us? You should remain here. If too many of us go and get found by our counterparts in that timeline, it'll cause all kinds of issues. I suppose it would be safer if the more experienced people went. We'll let you handle it.
Yes, I agree.
Takumi, Hideko, we're counting on you. Hideko and I looked at everyone and gave them a firm nod. Heaven forbid we go and look in our own timeline so we don't get sick. Day 90. That afternoon, Hideko and I made our way to the lab. The machine is set up, and we've got our leap suits. Everything is ready. Off to the coming of age timeline. We've been there before, right? Yes, it's where we dug up Darumi's grave to get her livor mortis code. My heart ached as the tragic memory came flooding back. I regretted asking. Time was 2:01 p.m. Our window had already opened. We nodded at each other, hit the red button, and got onto the platform. Let's get going. Hey, are you sure it was okay to take off our leap suits? We're not going to the school this time. I doubt we'll see anyone, so we should be fine. The suits will only slow us down. Are we in some kind of rush? We have 6 hours this time, so... Material Omega is in the mountains in the northeast. They're quite a ways from here, and we'll need time to look around once we get there. And with consideration of the time, we'll lose when someone inevitably bungles something. We'll already be cutting it close. Come on, hop to it. I followed Hideko in silence until we finally arrived at our destination, a mountain range thick with greenery. I'm certain it was around here. Then let's start searching. Hideko and I split up and started looking for Material Omega. Even after searching for some time, we didn't find anything. Just when I was about to give up and head back to our starting point, I happened to catch a voice coming from the bushes. It was Hideko. She was talking to someone. Just as I was wondering who, she popped out of the brush. Were you talking to someone just now?
Oh?
Yes. Who? A lady? A lady? That's what I said, isn't it? She was possibly in her 50s, wearing a white coat. Maybe she was a doctor or a researcher. Hold up! This is the second time we hear about this white-coated lady. I want to know who this is. Why would anyone like that be way out here? How would I know? Anyway, she just showed up and handed me 2 things. 2 things? Hideko held out her palm. Resting on it was something that looked like a memory card. What is that? She said this has the plans for the Machine Plus on it. Machine Plus? What even is that? I don't know. She just said that it came more vertically as well as horizontally. I have no idea what you're talking about. Neither do I. Hideko didn't seem to be lying. She looked stunned by whatever she just experienced. What was the other thing? Hideko showed me a lump of some kind of strange substance. Could this be... That's right, Material Omega. This is the other thing that woman gave me. She said she found it on the ground and wanted to give it to me, and then she left. It was just then that I heard the brush move behind me. I turned around to see what it was. The very next moment, all four, we all screamed, whirled around, and took off running. We raced down the steep mountain slope, almost tumbling as we went. We didn't stop even when we reached the base of the mountain. We just kept running for the lab. And as we ran, the sun sank behind the horizon to the west. Before long, everything around us had gone dark. I think we're far enough away. More than enough. We made it all the way to the lab. Whoa, when did that happen? Excuse me, are you acting stupid or are you really that dumb? Does it matter? We needed to come back here eventually anyway. Still, what were those two doing there? At first glance, I thought they must be the versions of us from this timeline, so I panicked and ran, but I don't think that was the case. If it were, they would have chased after us, but they ran off in a different direction. Does that mean they're from another timeline like we are? Maybe, maybe not. Should we wait here for them? If they did come from a different timeline, they'll want to use the lab too. You're right, but it doesn't look like we have that kind of time. I pulled out the device and checked the time. 7:45 p.m. No, wait, we've only got 15 minutes left. Exactly. I think we're just gonna have to forget about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. They are us, after all. Things will work out, even if we leave them to their own devices. I guess that's true. Now, let's hurry. We need to get everything ready for our leap. Roger that. Hideko, do you have the material Omega? No. Of course, I'm keeping it nice and safe. Don't tell me you ate it. What? I was just playing. Don't waste my time with such nonsense. Let's go back. Okay, let's head back. Hideko, blah. Takumi, Hideko, thank you so much. I did a quick analysis and this will definitely work. Tsubasa put the material Omega she got from Hideko on the desk. So that means you can make a life support system for Mr. Shion. Yep, just gotta mount it to that jar Kudata told us about and we'll be all set. If we put the baby in there, he won't be consumed by his flames. Then, since we'll be able to take him out of the defense room, we can save Shion. We simply have to bring him on the escape pod with us on day 100 and all will be well. We got ourselves a way to keep all 17 of us alive and kicking. We're all gonna live happily ever after. Time for a frickin' party. Hold on, isn't it a little too soon to celebrate? Alright, the life support system isn't actually finished yet. Tsubasa, we're counting on you. I'm on it. We patted Tsubasa on the shoulder and left the garage. She had a confident smile on her face. Day 91. Work well and work together, huh? Probably a recording, but still. Contrary to Seirei's words, something unsettling happened that day. It was shortly after the sunset, right after dinner. We were watching over Tsubasa's work in the garage when we received some unexpected visitors. Ooh! Hey, what are y'all doing crammed in here? C-Ray and Migo. Miss Kawana, we've been making something and you've been making something in secret, haven't you? What is it? Well, mind your own business. This is our business. We'll mind it all we want. We know what you're trying to do. You're gonna take Shion's real body out of the defense room device. The Honorable C-Ray and I absolutely forbid it. If you do that, he won't be able to charge up the missiles for the final attack. We need those missiles charged to 100%. If they're not, they'll barely even be able to cause a dust storm. It would make launching the missiles completely pointless. Taking the baby out of there before day 100 is preposterous and out of the question, and nothing you say will convince us otherwise. Now that the Honorable C-Ray has made himself clear, could you bring out the life support system you're working on? I'm gonna count backwards from 3. If the device isn't out here before I'm done, I'm going to blow you all sky high, one by one. Okay, here I go. 3, 2, 1. Wait! The very moment I screamed. What just happened? The electromagnetic gun. Who did it? Oh no. I wasn't sure what exactly happened, but suddenly C-Ray and Nigo were completely frozen in place. The others were equally dumbfounded, all except Tsubasa and Eito. Miss Kawana, is that... Tsubasa placed whatever it was she'd been holding tightly in her hands on the desk. Upon closer inspection...
Huh?
The beam gun? Did you shoot him with that? That's right. But don't worry, okay, they're not completely broken. I just disabled them temporarily. Kurata ran up to C-Ray and Nigo. She gave them a quick inspection, then turned to Tsubasa. They're dead! What? Just kidding, Tsubasa's right. A few circuits are shorted, but they're not totally broken. With a few repairs, it should be easy enough to bring them back.
Huh?
But how? I thought that beam gun was harmless.
It's the same one that caused all the arguing on day 67, isn't it? You said it was just a toy.
I wasn't being completely truthful. I didn't know how to explain it to all of you, so I lied. But the part about it being harmless to the human body was true. If you really cranked up the output, you might be able to hurt a really small animal, but it's basically an anti-robot gun designed to disable electronic systems. But why would you make something like that? I knew one day you'd all want to save Shion. It was only a matter of time before you suggested it. I was equally sure that C-Ray and Nigo would get in the way, so I came up with a plan in anticipation of that. I asked Tsubasa to make the gun for me on the night of day 66. I didn't know you rolled like that, Eito. Am I finally gonna get my praise? Later, honey. I'll pat you on the head so much your hair will start falling out. You don't mean that literally, do you? Everyone burst into laughter. After it died down, Nozomi spoke up. Should we really be laughing right now? C-Ray and Nigo are out of commission. Is it really such a big deal? They haven't done a lot for us during our defensive battles so far. The only times they were helpful were when they unleashed that new weapon on day 15.
And when they played the folk song on day 47.
Let's just forget all about them. Ava, I thought you loved Nigo. I couldn't agree more. I'm so glad someone finally shut them up.
There's only 9 days left. You should be fine without them for a while.
The others nodded approvingly. There wasn't a single person who disagreed. Then it's settled. Tsubasa, do you mind getting back to your work? Not at all. I'm gonna make the perfect life support system for Shion, but I'm still gonna need some time. It's pretty complex work. I estimate it'll take me 7 more days to finish.
7 days?
In other words, it'll be ready by day 98.
Huh.
It's cutting real close. We're just gonna have to trust Tsubasa. Let us know if we can help. Takumi and Shoma would be happy to do even those trifling chores. What about everyone else? It's okay, I don't need any support or anything. The one thing I do need is silence. I guess. I need to be able to focus, so... You want us to leave you alone? If you don't mind. Got it. Okay, everybody, out. Tsubasa will take it from here. We patted Tsubasa on the shoulder just like yesterday, giving her words of encouragement as we exited the garage. 9 days until day 100. My heart is racing, knowing that fateful day is drawing ever closer. Day 92. I ate breakfast, went back to my room, and set off to my usual routine. Alright, let's go. Everybody, I have good news and bad news. Oh, that's Yugamu's voice. Everybody, I have good news and bad news. Which one should I start with? After dinner, Yugamu offered everyone in the cafeteria a choice.
Oh.
How about the good news first? I formulated the poison to weaken Dalsha. You have? Yes, with the lovely Ava's assistance, of course. Yay! Fine work, Mr. Omakage. Gratitude to Lady Ava as well. Oh, all I did was donate blood. Then what's the bad news? I won't be able to stick needles into Ava's pretty flesh anymore. A tragedy so great I might never be able to recover. That's just a you problem. How about you, Kurara? Did you finish up anything?
Yes, the trap is ready. All that's left is to load it with Yugamu's poison.
Oh yeah, now we can pulverize that geezer. Sir Dalshot will be back tomorrow morning, right? There's no need to hold back, everyone. Let's kill that senile old freak without a trace of mercy. Ava! Ava thrust her fist high in the air. Everyone else looked just as determined. Hey, how's Tsubasa doing? She's holed up in the garage working on the life support system. I brought her dinner a while back and she said she's still fine without help. Apparently she finds it easier to focus when she's alone. Then we'll just have to keep cheering her on.
That's right. Let's all pray she finishes it soon.
After that, we all went back to our own rooms to prepare for tomorrow's battle. 8 days left until day 100. Our destiny was so close, I could almost taste it. Day 93. We gathered into the war room before the morning announcement played.
I've loaded the poison gas into a trap. Here it is. I did my best, but I only managed to make one, so we only have one shot at this.
That's more than enough. Good work.
By the way, this isn't automatically activated like a landmine, so once it's set somewhere, we'll need to lure Dalsha over to it. If we can manage that, we need to clear the area. Once we're at a safe space, a safe distance, we can activate it remotely.
I'll handle setting up the trap.
What?
I haven't been able to make myself useful to you guys at all. I want to do something for you, so please let me do this. Nozomi insisted with a determined look in her eyes. She wasn't going to take no for an answer. Okay, we'll let you set the trap, Nozomi. Thank you. Although her face was stiff with tension, Nozomi still managed to smile. The alarm started to sound immediately after.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
Dalsha's not alone this time. He got so scared he had to bring backup. That's so annoying. It's hard enough by himself. It's fine. If our trap strategy works, we'll be able to weaken him. You have me too. Shion! C-Ray and Nigo are out of commission, aren't they? That means they can't stop me. I'm free to fight. If you need my power, just call for me. I'll back you up with everything I have. Glad to hear ya. Yeah, now I won't have to barf up the BLT I had this morning. Oh, gross. I saw a slice of tomato come up. Let's do this, everyone. Yeah. We didn't come this far just to lose now. If we all work together, we can win this. Yeah! Here we go. Special Defense Unit, move out.
My word. You're finally here. I was tired of waiting.
You brought friends this time, huh?
I wanted to come alone, but that woman went and sent them with me.
That woman?
Feshness?
Well, that hardly matters. More importantly, let us begin. Or you can just go ahead and surrender.
What would happen if we did that?
Isn't it obvious? The Supreme Commander will execute you in the most horrific way possible.
Then we ain't surrendering!
You won't fare much better by fighting me. No matter your choice, your lives end here.
You sure about that?
There's only one way to find out.
Believe me, I can see how things will end.
Ready, everyone? Let's show this guy just how wrong he is about us.
What is this?
A stink bomb.
We did it! It worked!
The poison is taking effect.
Let's pull his guts out before he can recover!
No, we shouldn't approach him yet. There's still poison in the air.
Then let's deal with the jobbers he brought with him first.
Yeah, take them out!
There. That's all of the cannon fodder dealt with.
Now, only Sir Dal Shah remains.
Poison in my throat. My vocal cords can't speak.
And nobody wants to listen to your senile shit anyway.
The poison's cleared out. Now's our chance.
Okay, this ends now. Let's finish him off.
How could I lose? I should have killed you the last time I was here.
That reminds me. You said you had something you had to do.
What was it?
Had to visit his grave.
Whose? Your son?
His grave?
I wanted to tell him before I fought you.
Is this gonna be the shock?
To tell my son.
Your son? You had a kid?
Just kill me already. Grant me the proud death of a warrior.
She wasn't supposed to be doing that!
Feshness.
Dal Shah, Dal Shah. I've granted you the proud death you so desired. There is no higher honor than being absorbed by me.
Feshness, why did you? His crypts are globin'.
Have you forgotten? I told you the last time I was here. I will win this war. even if I have to violate the teachings to do it.
Don't tell me you did this to the other commanders too!
Yes. Pakram, Adamaku, the cowardly Turum Tammy and Nugank who fled, and also Quenzale, who I captured later. All of them offered me their cryptoglobin.
What happened to she wasn't supposed to do that this timeline?
I don't believe you met the ever-useless Parmeth, but I took their cryptoglobin as well.
Oh no.
I now have formidable power. It would be trivial to crush you here and now. But now isn't the time. I must prepare.
Prepare? Prepare what?
I will return in 6 days. Wait in anticipation. Farewell.
With that, Veshness vanished. I watched her disappear into the distant skies above in stunned silence.
6 days.
That's day 99.
That's likely to be our final battle.
Veshna said she's gotten even more powerful.
Can we beat her?
Of course we can. With all 16 of us. There's no way we won't win.
Yeah, we got this.
Hey, aren't you forgetting someone?
Sorry, 17.
Shion. You're right. With you, that makes 17 of us.
Right!
Shion raised his voice with conviction. Everyone else nodded bravely.
Anyway, that's another victory for the Special Defense Unit!
Time for the thing?
Let's do it!
Take it away, Mr. Sumino.
Got it. Ready? Go!
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit, fight on!
17 voices resonated together. The next victory chant would be our last. The thought excited me, but at the same time, some feelings of apprehension lingered inside of me. Uh-oh. Day 94. Hey, Tsubasa, is the life support system ready yet? I told you it'd be done on day 98, didn't I? Don't rush me. Once we cleaned up our dishes after breakfast, we hung around in the cafeteria and talked about what was coming. Sorry to open my prolapsed hole of a mouth, but I've been wondering something. Even if we manage to put baby Shion in the jar on day 98, won't we still have to fight Veshnas on day 99? If we take the baby out of the defense room device, the energy supply to the missiles will be cut off. Since the final attack won't be launched, this mission will be humanity's loss. You suggesting that the hag won't bother fighting if that happens?
Oh.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. She's most certainly coming here to take the baby herself.
You can hardly just hold up a white flag.
Dalsha said Dalsha said we'd be executed if we surrendered. In essence, there's no way for us to avoid fighting Veshnas on day 99. For a moment, everyone looked uneasy, but the twins were undeterred.
It's fine. Like Takumi said yesterday, we're sure to win.
That's right. We don't have anything to worry about. And once we beat Veshnas, the escape pod will be deployed on day 100. Then we all board it and head for the artificial satellite.
That's how we get the happiest of all the happy endings.
Everyone's faces turned cheerful again. I was relieved to see it. But just to be sure, this escape pod thing is really, for sure, definitely gonna deploy, right?
It's hard to trust something that's basically just hearsay from Sirei.
Then why don't we go find out? Huh? Hideko and I know where the escape pod is kept. We saw it in another timeline. Hideko and I led everyone to the hangar. When we got there, however, we couldn't believe what we were seeing. No! No! Oh, no.
Huh. This is the escape pod? But it's a corroded mess.
No. This can't be. Everyone stood as if they'd been nailed to the spot, dazed. A thick, chilling silence fell over the hangar. Eventually, Tsubasa broke it. It's the particle bacteria. The thing that messed up the school bus? From the state of the pod, that has to be it. But we sprayed QB liquid all over the school way back on day 42. There must have been some bacteria that survived. Maybe it was already in the vents by the time we started spraying. But then it found its way here? I think so. In this state, even if the pod is functional, it's not going to be able to break through the atmosphere. Do we have any QB liquid left? Even if we only have a drop, we can use the replicator to make more. That's right, let's hose this thing down and kill all the bacteria. I guess we could do that. But look at how bad this is damaged. That's not the kind of thing we can repair with duct tape and polyfiller. How many days would you need to fix it, Tsubasa? Tsubasa bit her lip, then she answered with a deep sigh. Going as fast as I could, maybe 50 days? 50? Utter despair showed on everyone's faces. Nobody could find anything to say. We just stood aghast as gloom filled the air. Oh, we should have come down here sooner. Day 95. After the morning announcement, I headed for the cafeteria. I had the feeling I wouldn't have much of an appetite, but I wanted to see everyone. They were all there already when I arrived. Well, not all of them. One person was missing. Is Tsubasa in the garage? Yeah, she's still working on the life support system. Ain't shit we can do about the escape pod now.
She said she wanted to prioritize the life support system instead. Seemed like everyone had regained some composure overnight. There was still a gloominess to their brave faces, but at least we were capable of holding a conversation again. Do you think the life support system will be ready in time? It better be. Without that, we can't get the baby out of the defense room. If that happens, the missiles will be fully charged and the final attack will launch on day 100. With the escape pod in such a dire state, we'd be unable to leave the planet. Without that life support system, the rest of us are screwed too. If it isn't finished, we'll all be killed. I won't let that happen. Shion, there's a way to save all of you, even if the system isn't finished on time. Don't say it. You'll have to kill me by taking my real body out of the machine in the defense room. What are you saying? We couldn't. How could we possibly? That's not happening. I shouted down Shion's suggestion and glared at him. Everyone else backed me up. I appreciate the sentiment, but I'd rather you didn't worry about me. We've only had a short time together, but I've had so much fun with all of you. I'm satisfied with the life I've been able to live. Knock it off, man. That shit don't change anything. You're our friend. We can't just throw you away like that. Hold it, everyone. This is all still hypothetical, remember?
That's right. As long as the life support system gets finished, we won't have anything to worry about. By the way, there's something I'd like to ask you, Shion. Could you use your powers to stop the missiles from launching? I'm afraid not. The missile launch is entirely automated.
What about the emergency supply to the missiles?
Could you stop it from draining you? Unfortunately, that's not possible either. The energy is spontaneously released from my body. Even if we cut all the pipes in the defense room or destroyed the missiles, the outcome would be the same. Doing it might stop the final attack, but the baby inside the device would be consumed by its own flames.
Ugh. See, it's just like I said. We're screwed if Tsubasa doesn't finish that life support system.
Indeed, it's the only way for us to remove Shion from the machine. At any rate, we're just gonna have to let Tsubasa work her magic. This is so frustrating. I really want to help her, but she insists she's better off working alone. She should at least let me... No. Gaku, no. No, 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 no.
You're the reason she's so guarded right now.
Suddenly, Shion spoke up, his expression rather uncomfortable. I'm sorry. What are you apologizing for? Well, you're going through all this for my sake, so I'm sorry.
Cut it out, Shion. If you apologize one more time, you'll face the wrath of my galactic bazooka.
What? It's not like we're being forced to help you against our will.
We love you. That's the only reason we're doing this.
So you don't have to apologize. We're saving you for our own sake, Sir Shion. Thank you, everyone. Tears welled in Shion's eyes. He wiped his face to hide them.
The boy made of fire is crying.
That's not it. I got smoke in my eyes. Everyone smiled at Shion. He seemed like he wasn't used to getting this much attention. Well, I'm gonna get going. I'll see you all later. He disappeared in a flustered huff, leaving behind a few droplets on the ground where he'd been standing. Aww. Nugget. I left everyone and went back to my room. I only have a little longer with them here at the school. The idea made me feel a little sad. I need to treasure the time I have with them. And so I went off on my usual rounds. Time to go adventuring. 5 days left until day 100, but what if our plan doesn't work? What would we do then? I'd avoided thinking about it during the day, but maybe the darkness was to blame for the disturbing shadows creeping through my mind. If she can't finish the life support system in time, all of us will... I quickly shook my head, driving away those pessimistic thoughts.
Hey!
It's fine, things will work out. They have to. And they will. I repeated it like a mantra as I crawled into bed. The night felt unusually long. By the time I finally fell asleep, the haze of twilight was already drifting across the inside of my room. Day 96. 97. 98.
Hey! Tsubasa?
How are things going?
I told you all to leave me alone. What are you doing here anyway? Well, today is day 98, you know.
Huh?
You said you'd have the life support system ready by now, right? We were just wondering if maybe you were close. I didn't say I'd have it done by day 98. I said on day 98.
So, anytime today before the stroke of midnight?
What's with your tone? Are you trying to rush me? I'm busting my ass over here. Everyone fell silent. We couldn't argue with that. Anyway, I need to be alone to concentrate. I'm sorry, but I really need you all to go. If you don't want to get burnt alive by the final attack, if you don't want to get burnt by the final attack, that is. It was unusual for Tsubasa to be so blatantly on edge. Her eyes were bloodshot and dark circles hung under them. She probably hadn't slept for the past few days. Everyone, let's do what she says. We want to trust her to finish it. Let's get going. I lightly tapped everyone on the shoulder, Why are you using her last name? I lightly tapped everyone on the shoulder, gave Tsubasa a deep nod, and left the garage. We hadn't eaten any breakfast yet, so we stopped at the cafeteria. But I wasn't in the mood to eat. Everyone else seemed to feel the same. They stood around without heading to the counter to make any food.
Hey, what time does the final attack start on D100 anyway?
It should be around 10 o'clock in the morning.
Huh?
We've got another 50 hours to go then. Will the life support system be ready in time? Tsubasa said it would be done before the day was over. We just have to believe in her. A heavy tension filled the air, but suddenly Darumi cut right through it. Ooh, I have an idea. Everyone looked at Darumi in confusion.
Takumi? Mistress Hideko, you said there are set times when you can parallel leap, right?
Huh?
Yeah, we did.
When's the next window?
Today, from 9:20 to 11:50 p.m.
Perfect timing, then my plan might actually work.
What plan is this?
We should all jump to a different timeline. We can find one with an intact escape pod and use that to go to the satellite. Perfect, pretty smart, right?
Everybody's faces lit up, their eyes sparkling with hope, but no, we can't do that. Why not? We won't be able to bring the baby with us without the life support system. We'd be leaving Shion to die. There are other reasons not to as well. I heard something from Shion yesterday. Boarding is restricted on the escape pod. Only Special Defense Unit members registered with the pod can board. If an unregistered outsider gets in, the pod won't launch. So I won't be allowed to board. Oh, well, do not worry about me. It's not just you. Even if we brought the baby and the life support device on board, he isn't registered. Hey, not true. We've brought him on the ship before. So we can't take him either. Oh, for the love of murder. We'd also have to consider the Special Defense Unit in whatever timeline we leap to. Some of them may have lost their lives, but at least a few should have survived. We'd be sealing their futures if we used their pod. It amounts to killing another timeline's version of ourselves. We couldn't do that, could we? The glimmer vanished from everyone's eyes. No one had a counter argument. We have to stay in this timeline and grapple with the destiny given to us. Yeah, that's right. We need to do what we can here.
What do you mean?
Tomorrow's our final battle of Veshness. We need to be in good mental and physical condition for that. Not just for ourselves, but also for Tsubasa, who's working herself to the bone all by herself.
You're right. Even if she finishes the life support system, everything goes to shit if we lose.
Stop worrying. If we let our minds get weak, our bodies will follow.
Everybody, let's hold firm. We'll trust in Tsubasa and keep waiting. Suddenly, the unease vanished from everyone's faces. There was a new glint in their eyes this time. One of hope. To me, it looked like the flames of passion burning in anticipation of tomorrow's battle. Everyone dispersed to their rooms. After a short rest, I went off on my usual rounds. Today's day 98. Tomorrow's the final fight. This will probably be... I cut him off. This will probably be my last time doing this. We didn't go back to our rooms after dinner. We hung around the cafeteria waiting in silence for news from Tsubasa. We spent an hour waiting. It was then that I noticed one of us was missing. Huh? Where's Hideko? She said she had to go to the bathroom. She's been gone for a while. I felt a vague sense of unease. I'm gonna go look for her. I let everyone know my plans and dashed out of the cafeteria. Uh-oh. (8:35 p.m.) Seeing the time reminded me of something. The next time we could parallel leap today is 9:20 to 11:50 p.m.
Huh?
Could it be? Oh no. I sprinted down the hallway and into the entrance hall. Beside the door, there was only one fire extinguisher. I knew it. Damn it, Hideko! I took the remaining fire extinguisher and ran outside. Hideko had probably gone to the lab. But what timeline could she be going to? Confused, I hurried through the ruined streets. I ran inside and looked around. No sign of anyone. There were white particles flickering throughout the room. Oh, I'm too late. I checked the machine's log. Immediately, I knew where Hideko was gone. Serial killer timeline, but why there? I was clueless, but trying to reason it out wasn't going to do anything. I set up the machine, quickly put on my leap suit. Alright, here I go. I completed my leap and ran outside the lab. Still no sign of Hideko. If she was going to go anywhere, it would have to be the school. I murmured to myself and took off running again. Please keep an eye on the time. I took my leap suit off as soon as I could. I wanted to be as light as possible. I ran until I finally reached the academy. I looked around and immediately spotted Hideko. She was hiding in the shadows, looking at something some distance away. I quietly made my way over until I was standing right beside her. Where did you come from? Could you announce your arrival next time? Despite her surprise, Hideko still kept her voice down. What are you doing here anyway? Did you follow me?
Huh?
Yeah. How did you know I was me and not the me from this timeline? Well, Hideko cast a sidelong glance. There were two people standing in that direction. It was the Hideko and me from this timeline. Takumi 2 and Hideko 2.
I see. That's Takumi 2 over there.
Takumi 2 was sitting quietly on a bench, as still as a waxed statue. Hideko 2 stood before him, looking down on him with an affectionate gaze. Just then a hoarse voice passed through Takumi 2's lips. Hey Hideko, please stay by my side, just for a moment. Hideko 2 didn't answer. She drew closer in silence, gently holding his head in her hands. And then just watching it made my body burn with a fever. I remembered everything. Her warmth, her pulse, even the sound of her breath. It was as if I could hear it right next to me. And of course the scent of lavender, the sweet, enchanting smell that tickled my nose.
It's okay. Everything will be all right.
My chest tightened at the sound of her soft voice. I was shaken, my mind utterly blank. That's right. I remember. Back then I couldn't hold back the emotions surging inside of me, so I said,
Hideko,
Day 98 is almost over. I'll be honest with you. To me, the events of this day, of this very moment, they were so precious, so irreplaceable, so important. It was the reason for everything.
Huh?
Everything? Yes. You mean why you came here? You wanted to see them again?
Oh.
No, that's not all. The reason I went to save Hideko 2 with you on day 16, the reason I brought the power saw, the reason I lied about Takumi 2 being healed the next day, everything I did was to make sure this moment would be recreated. In other words, I laid down all the tracks needed to create a line that leads to this moment. Because I wanted to protect this timeline, I didn't want this moment to disappear.
The Takumi over there is Takumi 2. The one with the Gi data in his brain. He's still infected. That's why he killed so many of his friends in this timeline. If I'd prioritized fixing him in the early stages, I could have built a line that avoided that tragedy. But I didn't. I knew what he was doing, and I turned a blind eye. Because I wanted to hear him say it. I wanted to hear you say it. That's why I did all this. That's the only reason. Ugh.
Do you despise me for it? You must think I'm a horrible person. No, those words aren't enough to describe what I've done. You killed everyone because the Yi stole your ability to reason. But the same can't be said for me. I made the conscious choice to allow all of this pain and suffering to take place. In that sense, my sin is far more grave. I know I can never be forgiven. That might be why I'm trapped in this endless loop. This is my punishment. I'm trapped in a prison I can never escape for all eternity. To pay for the horrible things I've done. I couldn't find my words. It was as if I'd been robbed of the ability to speak. On the one hand, Hideko was right. Her crime was unforgivable. But for whatever reason, I couldn't bring myself to blame her. An indescribable, whiningly complex heat wavered inside my mind. It was anger, hatred, and sadness, but it was also a heart-wrenching affection. Takumi-2 and Hideko-2 huddled together in the darkness. One who had committed so many sins and one who was about to commit even more. Two people bound in the chains of a cursed fate. But Hideko had done everything just to see this very moment. We quietly watched and waited until the two of them parted. In the silence, shaky breaths filled the air. Hideko's sobs spilled from her lips as she could no longer hold them back. Day 99. We made it back to our home timeline just before midnight last night. By the time we got back to the academy, the date had rolled over. Morning came and there wasn't any good news from Tsubasa. No. The final battle is upon us. We need to ensure we win, not just for ourselves, but also for Tsubasa's sake as she works on the life support system. Is that understood? As much as I care about Tsubasa, I'm more concerned about how losing would be a death sentence. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. That entire sentence just reminded me of Gangster's Paradise. I was like, I just heard the song in my head. Our strategy is exactly how Hideko laid it out. Everyone remembers it, right? My power in the poison trap. We'll use that 2-hit combo to weaken Veshness.
The trap is good to go. Just like last time, I could only make one, but it's ready to use whenever. I'll handle that. I figured it out in the battle with Dalshaw last time. I can do the same here. Thanks, Nozomi. Shio, don't overdo it. If you die, everything we've done will be for nothing. So I can't use up all my power. It's a tall order, but I'll make it work. Duchess's new technique will be a pain to deal with, though. Hey! You mean the Undying Flames attack she has now? She gobbled up so much commander blood that she can do that kind of stuff now, huh? According to the information I have, yes. Where did you get that information from exactly? Oh! Hey, yeah. C-Ray and Nigo aren't working, so how do you know all of this?
Well, that very moment, the door to the war room flung open, and someone came rushing in. Tsubasa!
Sorry to keep you waiting. I somehow managed to make it in time.
You mean... Could it be? She nodded and pulled something out from behind her. Da-da-da-da-da! The baby jar! Ooh, you finished the life support system. Yeah, that's this card attached to the jar here. If we put the baby inside, we can save Shion. That's right. That's why I made it after all. You're amazing, Tsubasa.
You really did it.
Great work. Everyone else started to cheer, one after the other. Their faces were almost bursting with smiles. Tsubasa, you did this for me? What should I even say? Thank you doesn't even begin to cover it. I appreciate it so much, from the very bottom of my heart. Oh, stop it. Don't thank me. As long as you help us in the fight, that's enough. The alarm sounded, cutting off our conversation. She's here.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
For the love of murder. Looks like we're not gonna make it to the defense room even with the jar ready. We're gonna have to take these guys out first. Wait, did I read Yugamu's line properly? Looks like we're not gonna make it to the defense room even with the jar ready. Oh, the defense room. We're in the war room. We're in the war room, Jess. Everybody, our final battle is here, but I have one thing to tell you before we start. Everyone's gazes shifted to me in unison. I met each of their eyes as I continued. No matter what happens out there, stay alive. Don't let yourself fall into the trap of thinking nothing matters just because you can be revived. For the past 99 days, we've survived without losing anybody. Not a single person. This isn't my first time saying this, but this hasn't happened in any other timeline. What we've achieved here is nothing short of a miracle. We can't let this chance slip through our fingers. So, I'm begging you, do not die. We have to finish this fight and survive together. I certainly have no intention of dying today. I want to stick with you guys for a long time to come. You accepted me in spite of everything I've done. I need to repay you for that. I agree. Everyone happily let a creepy lump of lard like me be part of the team. I don't even want to imagine saying goodbye to all of you. I agree. I want to live on as your possession forever. I can't let it end here. I need to protect my dear sister at least until she gets married.
Brother dearest. I got things I want to do before I die too. Still haven't gotten to enjoy a blood-soaked killing game with you guys.
I think we're on the same page. I refuse to die without getting to dissect any of you. No dissecting! Same here. I never even got to accidentally... Gaku! Sir!
The moment you do, I'll have to kill you. Everyone, I will not allow you to lose now.
That's right. We must prevail and put the baby in the jar. Then we'll bring that final attack to a screeching halt and stay alive.
That's right. For day 100 and 102 and all the days after. Forever and always, all 17 of us.
Forever? Yeah, that's right. The Special Defense Unit is indestructible. Just like your undying flames will burn forever. Everyone nodded firmly, full of resolve. Looking at their courageous faces, I gave the signal. Okay, then here we go. Special Defense Unit, we move out for the final time.
I don't want to fight! I know you warned us, but...
There's so many of them! Just what you'd expect to see in a final battle.
And according to Hiroko, Veshness won't be showing up right away.
Yes, as you can see, it's only her minions now. We'll need to deal with them first. Then let's hurry and kill them all.
Here we go!
It's like shooting fish in a barrel!
That's the cannon fodder dealt with.
Which means it won't be long.
She's already here. Get ready.
We can take her. Just as Hideko said, Veshness had arrived, calmly approaching the battlefield from a distance. I could hear everyone's breath hitch. Tension filled the air. At last, Veshness stood in place. She looked us up and down before she spoke.
Here I am, as promised. How rude of me to keep you waiting.
Yeah, whatever. We just used that time to get warmed up.
Let's finish this!
You're so utterly foolish, unaware that it all ends here.
You don't get to decide that!
We're going to win!
What a splendid answer. So teeming with false confidence. Don't stop on my account. Your impassioned speeches are the perfect prelude to the cries of despair you'll be making later.
I don't think so. Your ears don't deserve to hear my sonorous, delicate voice.
Yes, just like that. The greater your bravado, the greater the pleasure I'll feel when I take your heads off. Please, continue. Or are you out of ideas already?
Overlord Veshness, I hear your command. Allow me. Shut the hell up, you hag. Stop running your mouth and fight.
Well, that was tame, Ava.
Oh, Ava. Still enslaved by the enemy's ridiculous brainwashing, I see. Well then, have it your way! Wicked invaders! Repent your evil ways before your new god!
Everyone, careful! She's going to use that attack!
That attack?
You mean...
So much for not dying, Hideko!
So that's her new technique. An undying flames attack.
Damn it! I knew it was coming, but I couldn't get out of the way.
Huh? What are you talking about now? You knew about my newly mastered skill?
That's not all. We know all about your plan, too.
My plan?
Would you like me to tell you so you can fact-check it? If that's what you want, I'll tell you everything we know.
Go ahead. And tell me what it is you think you know.
You said something at the start of this battle.
Here I am, as promised. How rude of me to keep you waiting.
After our last fight, you told us you'd come today. You're here now, but the delay wasn't for dramatic effect. You actually couldn't come until you'd finished building it. Am I right?
It?
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. I mean the Undying Flame missile you've been putting together.
How do you know about that?
Lady Hiroko is right. Veshna certainly did say something about needing to prepare.
Does that mean she was working on the missile?
Yes, but don't worry. It's not ready yet. Veshness, you waited too late to violate your religion's taboo. That's why you couldn't complete it in this timeline.
Timeline? What in God's name are you talking about?
There's nothing you can do about it now. You're too late, Veshness. Your fate is already sealed. You lose.
What? I have the power of a god! Scum like you couldn't possibly defeat me!
But we can, and we will. We've got our own power now. It's much stronger than yours. It's the power of our bond.
Such drivel. That's not worth anything!
Then let us show you just how strong it is!
That's right! Take a good look at how strong we are! All 17 of us united!
Enough of your nonsense! The next thing out of your mouths will be cries of agony!
Bring it on!
Okay, everyone, here we go!
Now then, is it my turn?
Yes.
Shion! Don't worry. I won't use all of my strength. Things will be all right. I'll save enough to skirt the line between life and death.
That's too dangerous. You need to keep it under control.
I'm telling you it's fine. I would never betray your trust like that. I'll fight for you. And I'll survive for you. I want you all to smile when this is over. Thank you, Shion. Don't thank me until we've won. Now then, let's do this!
We did it! Our plan worked!
You impertinent little rats!
The poison is taking effect.
Veshness should be weakened! This is our chance!
Let's not waste it for Shion, who gave it everything he had!
Such utter nonsense. I still have plenty of power left. More than enough to crush you.
She's bluffing. Don't back down now.
You really think we would?
I feel more ready to fight than ever!
My adrenaline is firing on all cylinders!
Everybody, this is it! The last push! Give it everything you've got and take her down!
Right! We have to win this!
For all of us!
For all our friends!
We cannot give up on our future!
We have nothing to fear. We can't lose.
Because we are the...
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose, never yield! Special Defense Unit! Fight on!
Here we go, everybody! The future is ours for the taking!
Yeah!
You will pay! Die! 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 No! A species as ugly as yours?
We look similar.
This can't be! I refuse! I refuse! Someone as great as I can never be defeated! Now that you've won, there is only despair in this planet's future. Truly, the worst of all bad endings!
So dramatic. Our victory signaled the end of all the fighting, but we didn't have time to bask in the afterglow. We deactivated our class armor and gathered outside of the defense room. Look, the wall of fire is gone. Shio must have gotten rid of it for us. Where is he? Everyone glanced around. Nobody had an answer. Don't tell me he burned up all his freaking power. No, that's not possible. He said he'd survive for us. He's probably just exhausted. Yeah, maybe he used up too much power to keep making that avatar of his.
Let's hurry. We need to get his physical body out of here.
Oh!
Tsubasa, do you have the jar?
You brought it, right? Of course I did. Do you really think I'd forget something that important? Well, let's go. We stepped inside the defense room. It wasn't the first time for any of us. Shion had guided the others there before, during one of the times Hideko and I were away. So instead of looking surprised, everyone had an awkward sense of tension in their faces. My heart is racing. Indeed, I haven't felt my pulse thrum this hard since my first night with the Holy Jumanji Sword. Whoa! I wasn't sure what that meant, but I didn't care. I ignored her. I slowly approached the device housing Shion's physical body. We stood before it and tried to breathe evenly. I could practically hear everyone's heartbeats around me. It's finally time. That's right. This is the moment that we seal our fate. How do we take him out? Takumi, do you have your infuser? Yeah? Then if you don't mind. Got it. I took out my infuser and raised it. Seeing this, Tsubasa quickly opened the jar. Okay, I'm ready. Alright, here goes. Well, did it work? Yeah, everything's fine, don't worry. The life support system is operating normally. The baby is okay. Everyone inhaled deeply. Now that all that tension had been let out, we started to celebrate. All right, we did it. Hell yeah.
Just as planned. Now Shion doesn't have to die. And that's not all. We've stopped the energy supply to the missiles, too.
The final attack won't launch tomorrow. In other words, all of us... We're saved! Long live the Special Defense Unit. You guys are the best. I love you all. Our cheers echoed so loudly the rafters were practically shaking. The others leapt up and down and danced for joy, swinging their heads around. Overjoyed, I watched them, my hand to my chest as I let out a sigh of relief. Not long after, Shion showed up. But something was wrong. He was staring down, biting his lip. What's the matter? I'm sorry. What are you apologizing for? Our plan worked. We're gonna survive. And you are too. I know. That's why I'm apologizing. What do you mean?
Come on, Shion, answer us.
Everyone stared at Shion. We waited with bated breath for him to speak. Finally, softly, and with an anguished look on his face, he did. I already finished charging them. Oh no!
What?
The missiles are already full. What are you saying? It's only day 99. It's not possible for them to be charged that soon. That's right. That's how it's always been in all the timelines that Hideko and I know about. Perhaps Shion's feelings were too intense. His passion, his feelings, and affection for us, maybe they burnt a little too brightly. Nigo did mention something like that before. The more positive the emotion Shion feels, the greater the supply of energy. Shion closed his eyes and nodded. A cold silence fell over the room. So, if they're all full of energy, the final attack is gonna launch after all.
Wait. Why don't we work together and destroy all the missiles?
We can't do that. Why not? If we do, we'll set off the intercept system. It's a stronger foe than Vashna's ever was. Even with all our might, we could never hope to beat it.
Shion, is that true?
Unfortunately, yes. There's no doubt about it. I couldn't control it even with my power. If you fight the intercept system, you'll all most certainly be killed. I sense a true final fight here. So then the final attack, that's right, it'll launch tomorrow at 10 in the morning. No. I mean, we could take on the intercept system. We die otherwise, right? Like, might as well fight. Day 100. The missiles were already full of energy. At least they weren't launched immediately. Apparently the control system hadn't been designed with this possibility in mind. The final attack was a significant event in the history of people living on the artificial satellite. Starting it even a day early could very well cause unforeseen problems for them. They probably just see it all as part of the show. Disgusting. Makes me sick. But it wasn't all misery for us. In essence, this meant we'd been given a reprieve of half a day. We used our limited time to think hard. How could all of us survive? If we pressed on until 10 a.m. without doing anything, the final attack would launch and all life on the planet would be obliterated by undying flames. There was no way to escape the flames. Hiding somewhere with thick walls or deep underground wouldn't save us. We were guaranteed to be killed by the relentless, all-consuming fire. We couldn't destroy the missiles in the defense room either. There was no way we could beat the intercept system. And of course, there was the issue of the escape pod. It was completely corroded by the particle bacteria, so we wouldn't be able to use it to escape. So what do we do? Is there a way to save us all? Just then, Tsubasa spoke, her face pale with terror. We made it so far, too. This is so cruel. There's nothing we can do. What about that memory card we were given? The lady in the white coat gave Hideko a memory card. Can we see what's on there? No one said a word after that. Silence hung in the air, gloom permeating every inch of the room. Soon and without mercy, dawn arrived, without us ever finding a solution. We heard C-Ray's overly positive announcement for Day 100 play.
Troops, congratulations! This is your 100th morning at the Academy! At long last, the time has come! On this auspicious day, the long-held wish of humanity will finally be realized! The most important battle of all will be upon us momentarily. Please, follow the orders provided through the announcement system quickly and without delay. Get yourselves in order before then! I'll see you shortly, soldiers!
Man, screw that. I know it's pre-recorded, but it irks me to no end. But what are we going to do? The question had been asked over and over, but there was still no one we could answer, and no one who could answer. Maybe this is it. Yeah, maybe it's time for us to give up. Hearing that must have pushed her over the edge. I had a hard time with that question. Or, sorry, with that sentence. With an anguished sound, Hideko ran out of the cafeteria. Hey, Hideko! I rushed after her. I caught up with Hideko in our usual spot behind the school. She ground to a halt, turned around, and shrieked in frustration. Uh-oh. Why? Why does it have to end like this? We did everything right. All 17 of us survived. Why is it still not enough? Hideko's eyes were brimming with tears. They slid down her cheeks one after another. I knew it. We're cursed. Trapped in this cursed cycle. We'll never escape this loop. No! What? You can't give up. It's not like you, Hideko. We can break free of the loop. I'm gonna take you out of here with me, one way or another. I promised you that, remember? I swore this would be our last timeline, that the loop would end here. Today is day 100, and we're all alive. All we have to do now is build our own future. A future where we can all be happy. Where I can be happy with you, Hideko. Takumi. The tears had vanished from Hideko's eyes, perhaps in the face of my overwhelming insistence. Yes, you're right. I want to believe that too. But you have to look at reality. We're hemmed in on all sides. There's nowhere we can go. It's like someone's put a lock on every door that surrounds us. Something sparked in my mind the moment I heard that word. Wait. Did you say lock? You did, right? You said lock. I did, but what does that have to do with anything? I quickly pulled out the device and checked the blood space wave schedule. We can leap today between 5:50 and 9:50 a.m. It's 7:30 right now. The window's already open. Wait, where are you suggesting we go? The Invader Hunt timeline. The one with the killing game? Wait, why? That's right. But that timeline is locked. Oh! Locked. What you said just now reminded me of what you told me before. I don't know when Ato 3 locked it, but it was sometime between 45 and day 49. Whenever it was, the lock will only be removed after 50 days have passed. Even if he locked it on day 49, 50 days later would be day 99, right? The machine will be unlocked now. We can jump to the Hunt timeline. Some of the conditions we needed to meet are already present in that timeline, so... It's okay, you don't have to explain. Let's go and tell the others. Right.
Huh? I see, so that's it. Basically, we all need to jump to this Hunt timeline you're talking about. Then we can use the escape pod there.
That's exactly what I suggested 2 days ago.
Right, and Mr. Sumino was like, we can't steal the escape pod from another timeline. We'd be killing ourselves. Or am I remembering wrong?
So why is it suddenly okay now?
I'm sorry to say it, but everybody in that timeline is already... Oh no. Are they really? Dead? Yes. Oh yeah! The survivors of the Hunt timeline were all killed on day 93. They sacrificed themselves to finish Feshness. One more thing, the baby in that timeline is gone too. I see, so I died like everyone else. The others grew stiff, at a loss for words. There was a plaintive look on all their faces. I couldn't say I expected any less. Who could keep calm after hearing that we'd all died in another timeline? Well, I guess there was one person.
What's the point in crying about it? You can't bring back the dead. We need to keep pushing forward so their sacrifices won't be in vain. We need to live on, not just for ourselves, but for them too.
Irreverent attitude aside, she was right. You're not wrong. We need to think positively. I feel bad for them, but now we can use their escape pod without feeling guilty about it.
Let's pay our respects to them by using their pod.
Everyone bit back their disdain and nodded. Wait a moment. Isn't boarding restricted to only official members of the Special Defense Unit? Don't worry about that. This escape pod got eaten up by the particle bacteria too. But because their Tsubasa repaired it, it's good as new now. And when she fixed it, she replaced everything, including the entire circuit board. Wow, I'm a genius! There definitely won't be any problem then. The original program will be totally overwritten with no boarding restrictions. So even unofficial members like myself and the baby, you'll be able to get on just fine. Trust me. Thank you. Sincerely, I'm so grateful. Thank you. Hey, don't thank me. It was a different timeline Tsubasa who did it. Anyway, that about sums it up. That's why we're going to the Hunt timeline. Everybody there is dead and the pod's boarding restrictions have been disabled. It's our best, maybe our only shot.
Ooh, the details are too much for me, but all I know is everything's gonna be okay. If we go to the hunt timeline, we'll all be saved. Hell yeah! Takemaru pumped his fists into the air and everyone let out a cheer. Okay, let's get going, right? Oh, but...
Oh!
What about C-Ray and Nico? What about them? Let's take them with us. They're part of the team, too. Okay. And so we headed for the lab with a completely immobile C-Ray and Nico in tow. Shion had vanished. Keeping his avatar materialized meant consuming energy, so he returned to being the baby now kept inside the jar.
Hey, can we get going already? We're wasting time hanging around here.
Darmi ran off ahead. The rest of us followed after her. I checked the PLM. We're good to go. The device on the other side is unlocked. Just like I thought. Now we can leap to the hunt timeline. By the way, Hideko, you said the baby in that timeline passed away, right?
Oh.
Yes. Did he die on the same day as everyone else? That's right, on day 93. So the final attack won't be launched in that timeline. There's no way the missiles would be full of energy by day 93. You saying there's no rush?
But emotionally speaking, I'd like to get it done as soon as possible.
That's right. Knowing we can use the pod makes me want to get right in there and leave this shithole forever. I'm with you guys. Let's hurry. I opened the lockers. I was about to hand out leap suits to everyone, but... Wait, I'll do it. There is a damaged one. Suddenly, Hideko took over, giving out the leap suits one by one. We had 17 suits in total. There were 16 of us, so we had one extra. C-Ray and Nico didn't need them since they were robots, but the baby did. At first, we tried stuffing the jar inside of someone else's suit, but that didn't work, so we ended up wrapping the jar in the remaining suit. Oh no. Everyone got their suit on?
Yep, and it fits like a glove.
The machine was configured. The blood space waves were already surging. We could jump right away. We all jumped onto the platform. Tsubasa was holding the suit with the baby jar inside it. This was probably going to be our final parallel leap. I slammed down the red button and jumped into the crowd, and then, one last time. Okay, here goes. This would be her third leap with a damaged suit. The leap was complete. Everyone took off their suits and rushed out of the lab. Left on our own, Hideko and I changed back into our regular clothes, but just then, I was gripped by intense deja vu. I'd seen this somewhere before. In another timeline? No, that wasn't it. It had been on day 86. Just like after we visited the timeline where the academy was blown up, Hideko was hunched over.
Hey, are you okay?
She didn't answer. She was breathing hard. One hand pressed to the wall, her shoulders heaving. In her other hand, she held a leap suit, the one she'd been wearing. I ran to her side and looked at the suit. There was a hole. The suit had a tiny hole in the back.
You knew about this hole, didn't you? That's why you gave out the suits.
I had to. If somebody had to wear it, then...
But this isn't the first time. You did it on day 86, too.
That's right. That was just a coincidence. I just happened to pick it. I must have terrible luck.
The hole in Hideko's suit meant she was definitely suffering from leap damage.
If you parallel leap 2, maybe 3 more times with exposed skin, your body will eject all of its cryptoglobin. That means no more revivals. you'll die. And you'll stay dead.
Why would you do something so stupid?
It's fine. This is fine. I've done horrible things after all. I don't think this will absolve me, but this is the least I can do to atone. Now, let's get going. Everyone's waiting for us.
Hideko and I went outside. We joined the others and immediately made a dash for the school. I'm fine, don't worry about it. Hideko tried to reassure me as we ran. She didn't look too bad, but I didn't feel any kind of relief. We needed to get into the pod as quickly as possible so she could rest. That was all I could think as I kept putting one foot in front of the other. Eventually, we made it. But doesn't something seem odd? How odd?
He's right. There's something coming out of the top of the building.
No.
It can't be.
As if to confirm our realization, an automated announcement began blaring out of the PA system.
An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily. Special Defense Unit members, please evacuate to the schoolyard immediately.
But why? Where's the escape pod? This isn't what you told us, Takumi. The baby was supposed to be gone so the attack wouldn't launch. Just then, Shion appeared. Hey, Shion, what the hell's happening?
Why is the attack launching?
I don't know. I can't imagine how it could have built up that much energy. We have to hurry and get to the escape pod. But where even is it? Everyone looked around, but the pod was nowhere to be found. Stop. It's 9:30 a.m. right now. The attack is scheduled to start at 10. The pod won't come out in the schoolyard until just before the attack. The next moment, I had a flashback. I remembered what the Tsubasa from this timeline had told me.
If we replace the control system circuit board, we'll be able to manually deploy the pod from the war room.
I told everyone what I'd remembered. They didn't need any further explanation. The moment our eyes met, we all started to sprint for the war room. I see, so that's how it works. I get why it happened now. Tsubasa was furiously navigating the computer system in the war room. Why? What happened? The final attack. Since everyone in this timeline got wiped out, people from the artificial satellite came here. Excuse me! And they brought a spare baby they had been secretly keeping on the satellite with them. A clone. Stop. They put him in the machine in the defense room as a replacement for the baby who passed in this timeline. Huh? You mean there's another baby in the defense room right now as we speak? Not exactly. This one was still developing, so his body wasn't quite stable yet. Because of that, right after he finished powering the missiles, he passed away. Tsubasa nodded silently. So they had a clone of me. Huh. I did have my suspicions. Looks like the people on the satellite didn't think they had anything to worry about, even if I were to die. They had a spare, so it was acceptable to them. Losing me was hardly even a setback. Everyone stared at Shion with intense emotions in their eyes. It was a mix of sadness, sorrow, and a burning anger directed to everyone on the satellite.
Shion, I don't know what to say. They probably thought the same about us.
Indeed. To the people on the satellite, our lives are worth less than dirt.
Dude, I really wish I could give one of those guys a kick in the nuts.
Screw that. I want to beat them all to a bloody pulp. I don't blame you, but there's something we have to do first. We need to survive and actually get to the artificial satellite. Tsubasa. On my cue, Tsubasa got moving. She rushed over the control panel at the back of the room and slammed her palm against a large button. When she did that, the schoolyard appeared on the monitor.
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 390 seconds. Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod at the schoolyard immediately. An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily. Please depart immediately after boarding the escape pod. Repeat. An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily.
Ooh, it's really happening! The escape pod. I'm so overwhelmed I could cry.
Isn't it too early for that?
Celebrate once we get inside it. Okay, everybody, let's go. That pod will automatically launch 100 seconds before the attack starts. The version of me in this timeline must have reprogrammed it. Are you for real? You mean we have less time now? We've come this far, we can't afford to miss it now. Then stop yapping and start running. Everyone nodded and took off, all of us running faster than speeding bullets. Quick, don't miss the bus! We thundered down the halls and stumbled down flights of stairs. Finally, we made it to the first floor. We turned the corner and arrived at the entrance hall. Just then, I heard a sound behind me. I turned around to see someone on the ground.
Hiruko!
I scrambled over to her and propped her up.
Hey, are you okay, Hiruko? Stay with me!
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 300 seconds. Special Defense Unit members, evacuate to the schoolyard immediately.
Takumi, go on ahead.
Absolutely not. I'm not going without you.
Carry her.
Then, what do you propose to do?
I'll carry you to the pod.
You can't. You heard the announcement. The pod launches 100 seconds before the attack. You won't make it if you're carrying me.
He has 3 minutes.
I knew it. That dream was a sign. I told you, didn't I? I had a dream where I was the only one who couldn't break free of the loop.
And I told you that it was just a dream. It's not going to happen. We need all of the Special Defense Unit. If we don't, I won't get out of the loop either.
No. You will. I saw it. In my dream. You were there.
I couldn't keep arguing with her. Precious time was ticking away and every second counted. We had to hurry. I had to get Hiroko to the escape pod. But the moment I tensed up my arms to lift her, she swatted me away, refusing my help.
Enough. Let me go. I think it's fate that I die here. I finally understand why I can't be saved. Yes, it wouldn't be right. Not after what I've done. There's no way we'd be allowed to survive. After killing everyone on this planet.
Her voice frail and faint, Hiroko looked over at the bottom of the stairs. I followed her gaze. Straight to the hidden room that connected to the secret basement.
Hiroko, you can't.
I can. The basement's close. I can crawl if I have to. I'll go there. I'll enter the Liver Mortis codes. After the pod launches, of course. Right before the attack. If I do that, I can stop the missiles from launching. The whole school will be blown to pieces. I told you. I wore the suit with the hole in it so I could atone for my sins. This is also a part of my redemption. I let everyone die in the serial killer timeline. I need to pay for what I've done. Even as I stay here, imprisoned in this jail cell of an infinite loop. For all eternity. Takumi, thank you for everything. You were a slow-witted dullard of a servant. But also, the best partner I could have asked for. This is my final order to you, servant. Go, Takumi. You can still make it.
My head was spinning. It went without saying that I couldn't possibly leave Hideko behind, which left me with two options. I could forcibly haul her to the pod or go to the basement and blow up the school with her. We were unlikely to make it if I chose the first option. Even if by some miracle we made it in time, all life on this planet would be destroyed. The second option would save them, but Hideko and I would be killed instead.
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 200 seconds. Special Defense Unit members, evacuate.
What was I supposed to do? I didn't have a second to spare. I just had to go with my gut and make my decision.